here with my cattle, the wee mob, a mix of Shetland and White Galloways. I think a lot about what others expect of me as a farmer, farming here in northeast Scotland. And the conversation at the moment really is focusing on carbon, that it's our role as stewards of the land to sequester carbon, to take carbon out of the sky, out of the atmosphere, and somehow lock it into the soil. In my opinion, with very little awareness of the natural cycle where that happens anyway. It's like we're being expected to do something different or new, when actually this process is the bedrock of all life. Carbon is a building block of our, my, their, everything here's existence. And I quite often find myself being asked to talk at events or webinars about the role of carbon, soil carbon, sequestering carbon. What does that mean for climate change and the climate crisis? And I think for me, what I'm trying to get across all the time is my passion for working in this way with nature, being part of the ecology, being part of this environment, not seeing myself as separate to these guys or the land, but that we're all part of this same cyclical experience within this space. And that might seem a little bit sort of hippie or a bit alternative, but I don't see that there's anything wrong with that. And if we listen to the ways that Indigenous people talk about their landscapes, they don't separate out everything else from themselves. They are a part of and belong to and within all that surrounds them. So coming back to carbon, my role as a farmer is to produce food, but for me, that also is about managing and supporting these ecologies to function as abundantly and with as much diversity as possible, and aligning that with the communities within which I exist and I'm part of and that I contribute to. How can these communities support abundance and diversity? So yeah, carbon's part of it because it's part of all of us. But in terms of my role here and how I work with these animals and with the land, it's just a small part of what I'm doing to build that health, that functioning, so that I, as a human, can function and be healthy, so that these guys can be healthy and happy and safe, and so that all of the other fellows that we share this land with and the plants that exist here are able to express their plantness, that the voles that I'm seeing scurrying around me at the moment are able to express their voleness, and that everything that we're doing here is part of and supports the natural cycles that exist anyway.